Hey everyone, it's Cathy. Welcome back to Cathy Over 50. And today I'm really excited to share how I created this super simple, easy go-to makeup look for summer. I'm going to show you how to look 10 years younger with this easy summer makeup that works perfectly for mature skin. If you're over 50 and looking for simple glowing makeup tips, you're in the right place. I've got some tips that'll help you stay cool, look radiant, and feel absolutely amazing this summer. So let's get started. Before we even think about putting on our makeup, prepping the skin is key to a flawless makeup look. Because the summer heat can be harsh, it's all about hydration. So I like to begin with a moisturizer that gives a dewy finish. And if you want the added bonus of one with an SPF, because you're going to be outdoors more in the summertime, that's a good thing to look for too in a moisturizer. And I've been using this L'Oreal Paris Revitalift fragrance-free moisturizer been using it for the last couple of weeks, and I actually quite like it. It's really lightweight and I think perfect for spring and summer. It really soaks into my skin quickly. Now let's move on to the base. So instead of a heavy foundation, I'm going to use a tinted SPF. And this is my go-to 99% of the time. This is perfect for summer because not only does it give you light coverage, it also protects your skin from the harmful UV rays. And I just like to use my fingers to apply it. So the one I'm using is by Alastin Skincare. And I usually just use one pump because most of the time I know I'm not going to be outside. And I just like to use my fingers to work it in. I'm just picking up whatever is left on my hand. I think I'm just gonna add a half of a pump more today, but a little bit of this goes a long way. I seem to have some redness in my skin today, which is normal for me. I really like to take my time and make sure I get it, in all of my little wrinkles and cracks. I don't bring my makeup down on my neck, but I make sure to blend it in well so you don't see that line. And doesn't this do a lovely job? It makes my complexion just look nice and evened out. So the next step is concealer and brightening. So concealer can be a game changer for mature skin, especially for those who have dark circles or any redness around their nose or dark circles under their eyes. So a brightening concealer is your best friend for a really well-rested look. I'm using the Lancome Tint Idéal. It has a creamy texture that doesn't settle into fine lines. And I just like to put a little bit on underneath my eyes and then pull upwards. The shade that I'm using is Bluff Neutral. I like to start with a little bit because you can always add, you can't always take away. And then my favorite brush, this is the travel size. My regular size one is dirty, but this is the Angie Hot and Flashy concealer brush. And I just take my time, starting in the corner, and then I just pull upwards. And I keep doing that until I feel like it's blended in, and then I just go over my eyelid. You can see the difference, like it really brightens underneath the eye and opens it up. If you have a favorite concealer, like a drugstore concealer, use that. I'm just using what I have. I don't have an extensive makeup collection. I just use products that I really like, and I tend to stick with them. So I really love this Merit Cream Blush for a natural dewy finish. It blends right into my skin and gives a youthful flush of color. Plus, we all know the importance of lifting the face, so I apply my blush in line with the outer corner of my eye, and I pull upwards whenever I'm blending. I try and stay away from the apples of my cheeks because that can pull my face down. So I like to use the BK Beauty Angie angled blush brush. I just like to put it right on to my brush, and you can see how pigmented this is. So you're gonna wanna use a light hand, and I just like to start on the outer corner of my eye, and I go upwards. Do the same on this side. And now I'm just gonna take my time and really blend it in. Always going upwards for me because I have a round face. And I like to stop about where my eyebrow is and just blend it like right into my hairline. And I'm just like tapping. This blush is very, very pigmented. Start on this side. And if you don't like how it looks, you can always tone it down. I find this side is blended in more evenly, whereas this one is a little um, too vibrant for my liking. So I'm going to show you how I fix it. So most of the blush is off the brush, and I'm just going to like go in circles upwards, and you can see how it blends it in even more. And honestly, it just gives a nice natural looking hint of color on my cheeks. Actually, I'm just going to put a little bit more on. I have, I think, 4 videos to film today because tomorrow I want to go to Costco. I haven't been for months. Okay, so I like how that looks. And now I'm going to go in with their cream highlighter. Adding a little highlighter to the high points of your face, the tops of your cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, and a little on the cupid's bow really helps to give you that sun-kissed glow, which is perfect for summer. This highlighter is hard to see, but trust me, it's still there. And I also put some on my chin. So then I'm just going to go in with that same concealer brush and just blend it in a little bit. It's such a barely there highlighter, but you can see how the light is just reflecting off of it. So it's really pretty for the summer. So next up is brows. Brows are important because they frame your face, and as we age, they tend to get a little sparse. I love a brow pencil for precision, and the one that I often reach for is my It Cosmetics Brow Power, and the color is Universal Taupe. It's thin enough to mimic real hair strokes. You won't believe what just happened. Well, maybe you will. I did my brows, but then I realized I forgot to hit record. So I took my brows off. So as I was saying, I have very sparse eyebrows, and I'm particularly lacking at the beginning of the brows and like on this one up here and the tails. And because brows are a personal thing, you should do them the way you like to do them. I know people like to have their brows like flat across sometimes. I don't like that look on me. I like an arch. But because I'm also very expressive with my face, I think my arches, I don't know, they're just like always arched because I communicate a lot with my body, with my eyes, my face, my hands. This face don't lie. And I like this pencil because if you want it darker, you just press harder. It's a little darker than what I like, but I hate doing my eyebrows on camera because I'm too self-conscious. And I'm using this brow serum. I've tried so many different brow serums. The one I'm using, I'm probably not pronouncing it right. It's Augustine Bader or Batter. It's expensive. I bought it during the Sephora sale. It's still expensive, but it's working. I have tried, every price range. I've tried castor oil. I've tried Latisse, which is very expensive. This one, it's working. The other one that I also like is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow serum. But I find this one, I'm seeing my brows beginning to fill out, especially in this area where I've had a lot of like hair missing. Not so much like here, but I can feel with my finger like it's starting because my hair is very fine and very light. But obviously, if I don't have a hair follicle, I'm not going to grow a brow. But I just thought I'd mention that, and I will link it below, and everything will be in the pinned comment. The order that I use everything, and also the shades, the brushes I use. But yeah, brows are a personal choice, and mine are not twins, and this is as good as it's going to get. So moving on to the eyes, summer makeup is all about light and fresh looks, and I don't particularly like heavy eyeshadow on myself. So I'm using this brand new Sigma Beauty Spectrum palette. It's absolutely gorgeous. So using this Sigma brush, it is the E54. I think I'm just going to go in with the second color, which is called Coriander. And it's kind of a flat brush, and I'm just going to put that all over my eyelid and just up to the crease. I'm not doing anything fancy. I just like simple. I like this color because it kind of reminds me of bronzer. And it's really buttery soft, and I like this brush. Very nice. I think they'll look about even. So then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush, which is the E35 tapered blending brush. I don't know. Let's try this one. It's way out of my comfort zone. Actually, I'm just going to use my pinky. So I'm going to go in with this one. It's called Dune. It's just really nice and sparkly. So then I'm just going to put it on the mobile eyelid. Just a barely hint of anything there. This is a nice palette. So there you have it. So then the next thing that I like to do is just go over my bottom waterline with this nude pencil. Your eye doctor will not be happy if you do this, but you can just see how it brightens up my eyes. And I don't wear eye makeup every day, so I'm fine doing that, but there are little glands in there that you could plug, so it's not recommended that you do it. And then for mascara, I love this one. It is by Lancome. It is their Tint Idol, I think is what it's called. And I only do my upper lashes. And usually whenever I do my mascara, if I'm talking, I manage to make a mess and get it all over my eyelids. So I'll try and be careful here. But it really lifts and separates. And a trick when it comes to mascara, because I don't wear it every day, lots of times I'll just buy like the travel size. That'll last me quite a while and you save yourself some money, because I hate throwing out mascara if it's still good, and they recommend you change it. I think it's every month if you use it all the time, but don't tell anyone, but I keep mine a lot longer until it starts to get clumpy or funky. And I think this one may be starting to get a little clumpy, but I'll still keep it around for a bit. So next up are lips, and I like to use a lip liner to outline my lip, especially my upper lip. And I go just on the line and then down for the cupid's bow. And I don't go all the way to my corner. Same for the bottom. And then I just color it in. I have two of these and they're so pretty. Just a really nice light color. And then what I like to do, I'm just going to take the Q-tip, and if any bleeds, I just like to clean it up. For the lips, I love something that feels light and moisturizing. A tinted lip balm or a nice soft glass that gives a hydrated, youthful appearance without the heaviness of matte lipstick is great for the summertime. And the lip liner that I'm using today is a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I'm using the YSL shade 209 lip balm. To finish off, I always set my makeup with a hydrating setting spray. This one is from Urban Decay. It's their all-nighter and it has hyaluronic acid, and the scent is watermelon, and I love it. It keeps everything in place while adding a dewy finish, which is perfect for the summer heat. I always like to finish off my Get Ready With Me's with a perfume du jour. This one is by Miss Dior, and it's a Blooming Bouquet. It's a really nice, fresh scent for summer. And that's it. We're all done. These simple steps take no time at all, and as you can see, they give you a fresh, radiant summer glow that makes you look and feel 10 years younger. Let us know in the comments what some of your favorite summer makeup products are. Remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It would really help my channel out, and I appreciate you being here. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.